everyone, and welcome to the Character Spotlight for Alan Young. Now, for those of you who may not recognize the name of Alan Young, he was the original voice actor for Scrooge McDuck. And I am releasing this video in May 2017 because the Disney company has announced that they're going to release a remake, or I guess reimagining, of the DuckTales series in summer 2017. And I wanted to look at something from the DuckTales series to remind people about, the old series from the 80s and, some of the other appearances that Scrooge McDuck has made. So, this is kind of a two-part video. The first part is, looking at Alan Young, the voice actor himself. Like, what did he do before Scrooge McDuck and, some of the roles he played as Scrooge. And then the second video is going to focus on Scrooge McDuck, the character. How did he get his riches? What kind of person is he? Stuff of that nature. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's shed some light on Alan Young. Well, to start, Mr. Young got his performing career started in Canada as a radio performer. In 1944, I want to say, he was asked to come down to New York to appear in the Philco Radio Hall of Fame. By 1950, he had gained enough fame and credibility to warrant his own show, known as the Alan Young Show. Basically, from what I can gather, this was just, comedy variety sketch show. And by 1951, he'd earned himself 2 Primetime Emmy Awards with the series. The first being for Best Actor for himself, and the second being for Most Outstanding Personality. That's some pretty cool stuff. Other notes, in the 1960s, he also appeared in the 1960s movie The Time Machine, playing the character of Philby. And then in 1993, when they did a sequel/revisit of the Time Machine series, The Journey Back, he also reprised the role of Philby, which is very cool and interesting. During the 60s, he also portrayed Wilbur Post in the primetime sitcom Mr. Ed, which was basically a man owns a horse that can talk. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, the horse only decides to talk to, his owner, Mr. Post. He won't talk to anyone else. And I'm talking like English, like I'm speaking right now with you. It may sound a bit ridiculous, but, channel surfing, I noticed this show called Dog with a Blog. It is a dog who can talk, but tries to keep it secret, and also runs a blog. So, I'm just saying, talking animals isn't a new thing. After the show ended in 1964, I want to say, Mr. Young retired from acting. Kind of. And worked with the Christian Science Church and helped found a broadcast division for them. And then in 1974, he landed the role of Scrooge McDuck in a Mickey Christmas Carol. And really quick, just some personal stuff here. I really like the story of Christmas Carol, and to hear that, Mr. Young got his start with Scrooge McDuck in this story is pretty cool and interesting for me. Because I really like, a Mickey Christmas Carol. I like the story of Christmas Carol in general, and this is a cool version of it, that appeals to a broad audience, and it's only a half hour long. Like, it's good. If you haven't seen it, I would suggest watching it. But, with that, Mr. Young played Scrooge McDuck all the way up until 2013, when they made the DuckTales remaster of the classic NES game, DuckTales. Other than that, he does have some other noteworthy roles. For instance, he played Haggis McHaggis in the Ren and Stimpy show. He played Farmer Smurf in the Smurfs, And in the Curse of Monkey Island game, he played Haggis McMutton. Again, just a slew of supporting characters, really, but it's still cool and interesting, and, you know, admittedly, you're hearing pretty much the same voice for Haggis McHaggis, Haggis McMutton, and Scrooge, honestly, which I have in my clips here. But, yeah. With that said, though, I think it's cool and interesting that Mr. Young got his start in radio, got into radio and television, you know, got into a primetime sitcom, and then voice acted for the Disney company for 30-plus years as the same character. And again, the Emmy Awards that he won in the 1950s. Like, those are some serious accomplishments, and I think, you know, he deserves some recognition and praise for that, because I don't think it's that easy to start in radio and then grow with the entertainment media. Because, you know, you had radio originally, then you see television start to come out, and, you know, things are changing and different, and he kept with it, and, you know, he adapted, and he stayed with it up until nearly, you know, the end of the road for him, which was in 2016, and I think that's pretty cool and respectable. So all I really have left for you are just some quick clips, you know, of some of the different characters that he portrayed. You know, again, thank you, Mr. Young, for your contributions to entertainment media and for playing the role of Scrooge McDuck. Again, the point of this video is to remind people, you know, of the original voice actor and character of Scrooge McDuck. I have seen some remakes and reimaginings of some cartoons, you know, from like the 2000s, the 90s, and they haven't fared as well. DuckTales 2017, I do have some hope for, so I'm hoping it goes well. But if it doesn't, at the very least, we have a reminder of the classic. You know, I wish you guys the best with that. I really do. So, I'll just go to the clips. And I will leave you with the classic words. Have fun, stay safe, and remember, every character has a story to tell. I'm Valiant Bradley James, character investigator. Peace.
Ahoy there! I'm Guybrush Threepwood, here to serve all your mighty pirate needs.
Pleasure to meet you, Guybrush. I am Haggis McMutton of the clan McMutton.
Love and marriage. Love and marriage. Except for me, who in the world would want to marry me?
Sea monster ate my ice cream. A sea monster ate my ice cream. Ah! Well, George, time to lock this place up and get back to headquarters.
So, next time around, I'm going to be doing a character spotlight on the character of Scrooge McDuck himself, since I already covered the original voice actor. Again, it seems fitting because of the release of DuckTales 2017, the remake/reimagining of the series. Again, also, I would like to remind people about First Wave, the series that should be coming up, I hope, soon. Again, it's just scheduling issues and such like that. But here's some quick info on the series itself. Basically, Nostradamus had predicted the end of the world in 3 terrifying waves. The first wave is alien invasion, and they're here. And the point of the series is for the protagonist, Cade Foster, to try and stop the first wave. Can he do it, though? We will find out in the 3-season retrospective, once I get Patrick and we can do all that stuff. But yeah, I hope you enjoy that. I hope you enjoy Scrooge McDuck, and I'll put annotations to the side here. And yeah, anyway, again, thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video, and I will catch you next time. So, be safe.